Hi everyone, today I've got a massive e.l.f. haul and first impressions video. I basically use a lot of the products on my face today, so you will see me applying these throughout the video and get my thoughts on them. I ordered from the e.l.f. UK website, although it does come from America, so it took about a month to get here, which is a little while, but obviously understandable. And I love e.l.f. I've ordered from them a few times before, and there's a few things that I needed to repurchase. So when I was making an order, I just thought I would get a few more things, because although the price has gone up a bit, some of the things on average are about £6–7 now, and they used to be just a couple of pounds. They're still a lot cheaper than most makeup products and really good quality. There are some hits and misses which you will see in the video. So if you'd like to see what I think of the products I picked up, just keep on watching. I picked up a few more of their studio line brushes because I think they're really good quality and really reasonably priced. So today I've applied my Sleek BB cream with the Selfie Ready foundation brush, and this one reminds me a lot of the Real Techniques buffing brush, but just slightly less dense, but it's the same domed shape and the bristles are really soft. I have noticed that the handles are a bit shorter on these brushes compared to regular ones, but I did really like this brush for applying my BB cream today. I've also prepped my lips for doing my makeup with the Lip Exfoliator. This is my second one and I just think it's a really nice product. It's in the form of a lipstick bullet, but it is basically a balm with sugar granules in it for exfoliating your lips, and the balm's supposed to hydrate them. I think it's a really good idea because you don't have to stick your fingers in a pot, and it's really good for on the go as well. What I did notice the last time I had this was that the balm wore down a lot quicker than the sugar granules, so then it got a bit crumbly to use near the end, but it is a really good idea, so I'm glad I got another one of these. I did see that after I made my order that they've come out with a couple new flavours. I've got a mint one and a cherry one, so if I make another order sometime I'm probably going to pick those up too to try them. I also picked up the conditioning lip balm, which I am currently wearing, and this packaging is huge, if you can see in comparison to my hand, but it's a really nice moisturising lip balm. So it just comes with a little protective cap and it just looks like that. The shade is called Nice and Natural, and I'd say it is. So the packaging is really big, but it does look like there's quite a lot of product in there, so it'll probably last for a really long time. So I'm going to see if it moisturises my lips whilst I do the rest of my makeup. So I'll show you a couple of other brushes that I picked up as well. I got another powder brush, which is just a flat top dense brush, and I've had a couple of these and I think that they're really great. The only thing is sometimes the ferrule comes away and I have to glue it back together. I picked up another small Stipple brush because I use it every day to blend out my concealer, and sometimes if I'm using liquid highlighter I use it for that. So I kind of needed two because I've just been using the same one for both. So I just picked that up. It looks like that. And then because I like this one so much, I just thought I'd get the bigger one as well. I also picked up this Ultimate Blending Brush, which looks really nice. It looks quite similar to the foundation brush and then the powder brush that I'll show you in a second. This one says, this large dome-shaped head and densely packed bristles maneuver in and around the crevices and contours of your face for seamless, even coverage. So all these brushes I think you can use for powder, liquid, mousse, bronzer, blush, so basically anything you like, because I think it's all synthetic hairs. So I'm looking forward to trying that, but as I said, it seems quite similar to the other brush that I've already used. So I also picked up the powder brush, which is pretty similar to the foundation brush and the blending brush, except the powder one is just a bit narrower and not as domed as the foundation brush. So I'm going to use this today with the Perfect Finish HD powder. So I saw this and I thought it was maybe similar to the Makeup Forever HD powder, because it just is completely white. So I'm not sure if it's going to make my face look white or if it's going to be more translucent. And it just comes with a big mirror and the sponge underneath, but I'm just going to use the powder brush today. I'm just going to swirl my brush in. Picked up quite a lot of product there, and I'm just going to apply it down my T-zone. See, that is very white and a bit chalky. So if you can see the bit of powder kind of flying everywhere. So it is very powdery and definitely is white when you first apply it. Up close it's kind of highlighting some dry patches on my skin. I'm not sure about this one on first application, but I will keep using it and see how it works out. So moving on to eyes, I picked up a couple of eye products. First kind of random one is the glitter primer, because I want to pick up a couple of pigments and I didn't have anything that would be suitable for wearing those. So it just comes in a squeezy tube. I haven't tried it. I mentioned in my recent empties that I'd finished my high definition under eye setting powder, so I just got another one, and I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have glitter in it anymore. So it's just a white powder. Yeah, I don't see any glitter on my hand at all, so I'm excited to use that. It's just my everyday under eye setting powder, so I know I love that. I got this eyeshadow palette in Mad for Matte, and I picked it up because it looks like it could be quite a good dupe for the Urban Decay Naked palette, which I do own, but you know, it's a cheaper alternative, and I'm excited to use this. The colours look really pigmented, and it's obviously all matte because it's called Mad for Matte. I think I'm going to take this kind of reddy brown warm shade through the crease with a fluffy brush. Oh, that's really pigmented. I'm really impressed with that actually. Colours coming up really well, and I've not used a primer because I want to see how they last on their own. But that's a really intense, vibrant colour. I'm happy with that. I'm just going to pop this shade across the lid just using the same brush. Oh, that's so nice. It's got so much pigmentation. I'm really impressed with that. I'm happy I picked that up. Then I'm just going to pop this brown shade on my lower lash line using a pencil brush. There does seem to be a bit of fallout with these shadows, but sometimes that means that they are more pigmented, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. You can see it is quite powdery. I'm so impressed with these shadows. That's great. Okay, this is my favourite thing so far. It's really pigmented and I'm just really impressed. And it's quite sleek packaging as well. Some of the packaging is quite chunky, but this one would be really good for travelling, I think, because it's quite slim and sleek. I also picked up some more cream eyeliners because I have the black one and I think it's great. It's got really good pigmentation and it's very creamy. So I got the shades Coffee and Copper. I used Copper the other day actually, and although it was nice, it was a little bit sheer, so I'm going to use Coffee today and see how that one is. I'm just going to use this dual eyebrow brush that I picked up as well, which has got the angle brush on one side and then the spoolie on the other. So the cream eyeshadows just look like this. This is the Coffee one. I'm just going to pop this along the top lash line. That's definitely a lot darker, but I think it's because it's darker than the Copper colour, but it seems slightly more pigmented than the Copper one. And the Copper one has a little bit of shimmer, but this is just completely matte. Yeah, it is slightly more sheer as well than the black one. I did also pick up a liquid eyeliner in the shade Midnight because I wanted to get it in the cream version as well, but it was sold out. And I've just been after a navy blue eyeliner for a long time, so I haven't tried this yet. It's just got the really, really thin brush. And that seems quite pigmented as well. Although a little bit watery, it's kind of gone into the lines on my hand there, so I look forward to trying that one later on and seeing if I like it. I also picked up a couple of mascaras, and one of them I've tried already and I'm not a fan of it at all. It's this really skinny mascara. It's basically supposed to really separate and define your lashes and get right in at the root. And it does work to get right in and define your lashes, but I found with the formula it was quite sticky. So if I closed my eyes, my lashes would stick together and it smudged pretty easily on me, so wasn't really a fan of this. I was hoping to use it on my bottom lashes, but because it smudges it kind of defeats the purpose, so I didn't really like this one, although the packaging is nice because it looks more expensive than it was. I also picked up this eye enhancing mascara, and there are supposed to be different colours for your different colour of eyes. but they only had the black diamond in stock, and I would have gone for black regardless of the colour of my eyes. So I think this one's technically for brown eyes, but I'm still going to use it anyway. And I don't want to open this one because I'm going to use the other one today and I don't want it to dry out. On the packaging, the wand in this one is slightly bumpy, so it looks like it's going to give a bit more volume. But the one I'm going to try today is the Lash Extending Mascara, and just opening it for the first time. So it's got a plastic bristle wand and it's just ever so slightly curved. Reminds me a little bit of the Maybelline Lash Sensational, which is my favourite mascara. Ooh, the wand is quite flexible. It's interesting. So I'm just going to see how this one applies. So it has separated them and given them some length. Not really a fan of this one either, unfortunately. I think it would take a lot of coats to build up to what I kind of like for my lashes. So I'll just add another one just now. Because I've got quite long eyelashes anyway, but they're still not making them as long as they can be with other mascaras. It's okay. Pop up my bottom lashes as well. It looks quite nice on my bottom lashes, but the true test will be if it smudges, because there's no point in wearing mascara on my bottom lashes if it smudges. So from the two mascaras that I've tried so far, I'm not really liking them that much, which is a shame. Moving on to eyebrows, I picked up another eyebrow kit in the shade Ash. It just comes with the little gel, powder and a little brush, and I've been through one of these before and I know it's a really great product. One of my favourite eyebrow products ever was the Eyebrow Treat and Tame, but I had mine in the shade Ash before and they were sold out of it this time, so I decided to pick it up in the shade Light, although it does not look very light and it's got a little bit of shimmer in it, which is interesting. Last time I didn't actually use the treat side. I think it's to help your eyebrow hairs grow. The brush has got a lot of fibres on it, so it's great for making your eyebrows look slightly fuller, and I suppose it's similar to the Gimme Brow in a way. But I'm going to see if this colour suits me. I have a feeling it's going to be too dark. It's not too bad. It is a little bit darker than I normally like my eyebrows to be. But I just love the effect of this one because it just makes them look so much fuller, but still natural and so quick to do. Yeah, they're a little bit dark, so I'm just going to take the spoolie side of the dual-ended brush and just brush them through a little bit. That's a bit better. But I love that product, so when they get the Ash one back in stock, I will definitely repurchase it. So on to the rest of the face. I picked up a couple of palettes which are very exciting, and I have actually tried this one already, but I wasn't too impressed with it, and it's the Cream Contour palette. So it just comes in a big compact like this with a huge mirror, and you can see you've got the 3 contour shades and then a, I presume, highlight shade in here as well. And what I found with this one is that I put the product on and it was fine, but then when I went to blend it out, it completely wiped the product away again, so it was basically nothing on my face, and I was getting a bit frustrated because I was like, oh, I don't want it too strong, but when I'm blending it, it's just disappearing. I did use it with this new brush that I picked up, and it's the contour brush. It's kind of a funny shape because it's got the kind of groove in it there, and it's supposed to fit along your cheekbone like this. But what I found is that when I applied the cream contour with this brush, it just basically placed a really thick stripe on here, and then I couldn't really blend it. I was blending with another brush. It was kind of twice the work. So I didn't like this brush, unfortunately. So I'm going to use a different one today with the cream contour palette and see if it works a bit better. I think I'm actually going to use the powder brush for this because you can use it with anything, cream products, powders. So it's quite a good shape because it's slightly narrower to fit in the contours. I think I'm just going to start with this one today. And it is slightly warmer, but I did know that when I picked it up because you could see it on the website that it was slightly warmer shades. So I've just got a bit on the brush and I'll just see if it works this time. Oh, that's so dark. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some major blending here. So what happened before is that I used my other foundation brush to blend out and it disappeared. I'm just gonna have to be really careful with just softly blending out because I don't want to remove it completely. But it does basically take off the product again. It's not too bad this time. I don't think I was as harsh with the blending, so it's kind of kept some of the colour, but it looks a lot more subtle now. I'm just going to go in with the slightly lighter shade and pop it on the hollows here. Yeah, this is okay, but I don't think I'm going to be reaching for it that much, to be honest, which is a shame because I was really looking forward to trying it. But what I do like about the packaging is that you can actually pop out the bits here and you can mix and match with the other palette that I got. And that is the Illuminating palette, which I'm so excited about. So it looks the same as the contour one, except these are all powders and it's got 4 illuminating products. And these are called illuminators, I think, because they don't have any shimmer or sparkle, so they're not highlighters, they're just supposed to make you glow from within. And so you've obviously got your different shades here and a huge mirror as well. So I'm very excited to try this one. So I'm going to start off with my e.l.f. fan brush, which I didn't buy this time. I've had this for a while and I think it's really a good brush for highlighter. And I think I'm going to just take the creamy shade, the lightest one. Ooh, it seems to have picked up a lot of product. Ooh, that's so pretty. That's really, really nice. Oh, you can see that that's got a really nice glow, but not shimmery, sparkly, but just really subtle. Oh, that's gorgeous. I'm really glad I picked this up. I'll swatch the other colours as well for you, so. Ooh, they're so pretty. And like I said before, you've got the option of kind of popping out maybe 2 of these and putting in the contour ones and mix and matching, so it would be good for travel as well. You can customise your own palette. So this is another favourite so far. I absolutely love the Studio Line blushes, so I've already got 2 and I think they're absolutely great. So I got another couple. I got this one in Tickled Pink, and this is a really pretty pink. There was a really shimmery one, so I didn't go for that. This is a little bit more matte, so I will just swatch that. Oh. Just looks like that. Just a really nice pink. This one is a little bit powdery actually. The other ones I have are not very powdery. I've got the peachy one and Blushing Rose, but that is a nice colour. I also picked up the shade Mellow Mauve, which just looks like this. And this one is not as pigmented as the others, to be honest. It's not really showing up that well, which is a shame, but no, it's a little bit patchy. Oh, that's a shame, but it is a nice colour. It looks more mauve in the pan than it does in the swatch. And I also got the shade Candid Coral, which doesn't look that corally, to be honest. So let's see how this one swatches. More coral there. These all look quite similar actually. Don't really, there's not much to differentiate one from the other. That's Tickled Pink, Mellow Mauve and Candid Coral, but they all look in the same colour family, which is strange. So that's a bit of a shame. So I don't think you need to get all of them because they all look quite similar, but the other ones I already have are completely different to one another, so that's why I thought these would be more different. But oh well, I still really like the formula of these blushes. One of my favourite products ever of all my makeup is the contouring blush and bronzing powder, so I wanted to get another shade, so I got this one and it's absolutely beautiful. So you've got the blush and the bronzer, and this one's slightly brighter than the one I have already, but it's very reminiscent of the NARS duos, so I will swatch these for you. The blush does have quite a bit of shimmer in it, so if you're not a fan of shimmery products then it might not be for you, and actually the bronzer does as well have a little bit of shimmer. But it's so pigmented. Look at that. Wow. That's amazing. That's just one swipe of the bronzer. Look how pigmented that is. The blush is slightly less pigmented but still really pretty. So I'm really glad this seems to be the same quality as my other one because it's one of my favourite products ever, and it again comes with a huge mirror. I picked up another blush, but from all the reviews I read it's actually definitely a highlighter. So it just looks like this. It's called Pinktastic and it's a baked blush. And I've heard that it's a dupe for MAC's Soft and Gentle, which I do own. It'd be really good to find a dupe if you want something more affordable. And I haven't tried this yet either, so I will swatch it. Ooh, this is promising. I'd say it was ever so slightly more pink than Soft and Gentle. There it is. But still does look quite similar. So I'm excited to see if this one lives up to the hype. And I got these blotting papers, which are such a good idea because it comes with a mirror, first of all, but then also a little puff with a sticky bit. Not peeled it off yet, but what you do is you just stick it on there, get the paper on the puff, and then use it with the mirror to blot your face. It's so handy to A, have a mirror in it, and then B, to have a little puff so that it's not a bit of a faff to use. So moving on to lips, I've already said that I've used the exfoliator and the conditioning balm, which I've had on throughout this video to condition my lips ready for the lipstick. So I got two lip products. First of all is this Gotta Glow lip tint, and it's one of these ones that is a really light pink in the bullet, but it reacts with your natural chemistry to create a customized lip colour. And I have tried this one as well already, and it comes up with a really nice, quite bright pink on me, but just still really wearable and natural. And it's a gel formula, so it was really comfortable on the lips. So that was a very nice product. And then I picked up one of their lipsticks from their normal line, not the moisturising studio ones, which I've tried before and are great. These ones are cheaper. And I got this in the colour Nostalgic, and it's just a classic nudie pink. Oh, can you hear that with the packaging? It's like when I'm winding up, it's very jerky. It actually seems like the conditioning balm's worn off, so it hasn't lasted very long to be honest, but it is a nice colour. So I'm just going to pop this lipstick on top. It's a lot more nude than it looks in the bullet. Oh, it's got a funny smell as well. It's not bad, it's quite sweet. Actually, it's quite similar to the Sugar lip exfoliator, so it's like a sugary smell. Yeah, it's not a bad colour, but it's definitely way more nude on me than it looks in the bullet. It seems to be already showing up, you know, my lines on my lips and everything, and some dry patches, so I'm not sure about this one to be honest, but it is a nice colour, even though it's a lot lighter than it looks. So lastly, in this huge haul, I picked up a couple of mists and setting sprays. I got this mineral mist, which is really nice packaging. It's really sleek and more expensive, and it's quite weighty, and it just comes in a spray. I've not used this yet. And it says replenish and revitalise skin with witch hazel, rosemary, chamomile, honeysuckle, aloe and vitamin B. It's got a lot of things that are good for you, and I think you can use this before you put on your makeup, so after you cleanse your face or after your makeup. So I'm excited to try this one. And then I picked up their Matte Magic Mist and Set. Now I've got the original one and that's okay, but as I've mentioned numerous times, I'm oily, so I always need something mattifying. So I just got this one and I'm going to see if it works. So it says to shake well. I'm just going to spray it on my face. That's a very heavy spray. It's definitely not fine. Ooh. You can see how wet it is right now. Ah. Ooh, this would be a perfect opportunity to test my blotting papers. So technically it's not oil, it's the spray, but I'm going to peel off the backing. Okay, so you just, exciting. This is so handy. It's just a much better way of blotting, and with the mirror that's really great. And so peel it off. That's obviously not oil because you just saw me spray the mist on my face, but that's really good. So I'm assuming you just pop it back in, ready to pick up the next one next time. Okay, so my final thoughts on my giant e.l.f. haul. There are a couple of products that I really like and some that are a bit of a miss for me. So I really like all the brushes I picked up, bar the funny contour brush, because it just didn't place the product very well or blend it out. I absolutely love the eyeshadow palette. I was so impressed with the pigmentation of that. Wasn't keen on the mascara or the powder. Blushes I know I love, and wasn't keen on the contour palette, but I absolutely love the Illuminating palette. There's definitely more that I liked than I didn't, but it is one of these brands that is just kind of hit and miss, and it just depends. What works for me might not work for you. But I hope you've enjoyed this e.l.f. haul and first impressions video. Please let me know what your favourite e.l.f. products are, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.